All right, this is something that's really new. Below is the email list that you want to get on, because I'm going to start doing a mentorship program helping you guys be successful. We're going to talk about starting a corporation, setting up your internet banking, setting up your internet business. That link's below. Go ahead and get on it. It's towards the end of 2023, and what I think is about to happen is a monster of a recession. It's just lining up. We could take Tesla. Tesla has been lowering the price of their cars dramatically, and EV sales are down 40% and steadily going down. So if you bought a Tesla Plaid in 2021, you could get a new car for almost $40,000 less than what you paid for that car in 2021. That's how much they dropped the prices. They dropped the prices, but the EV market sales are still going down. Trucking sales are still going down. The average person cannot afford a house. The average person cannot afford the average car. So what are we having? Evictions are going through the roof, and foreclosures are starting to mount up. So 2024 is going to be the year of the recession if we do not enter into a recession fourth quarter of 2023. So let me go ahead and tell you a story. Years ago, I used to be in the storage auction business, right? And my partner was diagnosed with colon cancer. I got sick and we had to shut the business down. So one of the things I was doing was looking for another business to start. Now, this is something that's a little funny. I actually thought about writing a book about relationships. I know, I wrote the book, I started working on it. I interviewed a bunch of people, and then Steve Harvey, another guy were writing these books about relationships. And then I just got this strong urge in my spirit that I didn't want to be a single guy writing a book about relationships. So I went ahead and did a hard pivot, and I started getting into starting an internet business. Now, I had sold on the internet through Craigslist, Amazon, and eBay, but I have never had a pure internet play. A pure internet play of selling something. So I wrote my book, and I was working on my book. I started a YouTube channel, and I had a blog. And the thing is, with the blog in the beginning, it was really, really tough, because I would write these posts and I would get 5 readers, maybe 10 readers. I don't even know if they read the whole blog. So I started doing some research, and then I found out that if I started a YouTube channel and direct traffic from the YouTube channel to the blog, that would work. And I will tell you, I immediately went from 5 and 10 blog post readers a day to 300 to 500 within the first month of starting the YouTube channel. So I had the YouTube channel, I had the blog, and I was working on the book, and I promoted the book through the YouTube channel. And I wrote the book every day. Every day I would wake up and write for 3 to 4 hours. And this went on for about 3 months, 3.5 months. Then the book was ready in October. And I remember when I released the book, I made like $600 on my first day. I was thrilled. I was thrilled. I'm gonna tell you why I was thrilled. 2009 was the year this happened. This was a year of a recession. Unemployment was at 10%. So my first year starting my business in a recession with unemployment being 10%, I made $62,000 my first year. I made $92,000 my second year. This was still during the recession. I tell you this to tell you that you can start a business, you can be successful, and you can make money in a recession if you do the things. And this is one of the things that we're going to talk about in the mentorship program, because one of the things that I consistently see is there's a lot of people out here who are running businesses without any idea what the marketplace holds. I'll give you an example. And this is something that I consistently study. I study real estate. I look at real estate home sales. I look at rentals. I look at what I call a failed Airbnb. And these people will put a crazy price on a house regardless of what the economy is doing. And I have seen rental houses. And once again, the sweet spot, I would say, is about 3,500, and that's when properties start to move. I've literally seen houses priced at 4,000. I'll tell you the story of one house that I tracked for about a year. You will see these landlords just put these houses on the marketplace without knowing what the marketplace can actually do. And this one house that I watched, they wanted to rent this house for $5,500 per month. And I watched it, and they went from $5,500 per month down to $5,000. Then they went down to $48,000, and then they went down to $45,000, and they went down to $42,000. Then they went down to $4,000. Then they went down to $38,000, and that's when the house disappeared. So they went from $5,000 to $38,000 to rent this house. So what I'm seeing is that people in the real estate space do not understand the marketplace space. And with that is opportunity, which is a lot of opportunity for people who want to be savvy. If I was in the real estate space, I would go ahead and rent out rooms. I would not rent out the houses. I would rent out the rooms, because this is what the marketplace is telling you. So if you had a house that you wanted to rent out to a single person for $4,000 and it had 4 bedrooms, you would be better off renting the rooms out for $1,000 a month. You still get your $4,000. It just won't be coming from one person. They'll be coming from 4 people. And they have a room and they have access to the whole house. So one of the things that you have to understand is, in a recession, 2008, 9, 10, 11, and 12 were some of the worst recessionary years, right? But these were the years that I made an incredible amount of money by starting a business, because one of the things you can do, and this is one of the things you have to understand, is you can start a successful business in a recession. Because what is a recession? A recession means that the economy has taken a few steps back, right? So with 10% unemployment, that meant that 90% of America still had a job. So 90% of America was still buying cars, buying houses, buying groceries, and buying my products. So once again, this is something that you really need to consider. Now, let me go ahead and walk you through the process. Number one, we're not quitting our jobs, and I'm gonna tell you why. You're not quitting your job because your job pays your bills. Pays your bills, pays your mortgage, pays your car payments, pays your utilities. The job pays your bills. We're not quitting our job. But this is where we come in with the do more principle. If you go ahead, keep your job, and then start a business in your side hours. And once again, if your Aunt Julia is getting married, go to the wedding. If there's a funeral, go to the funeral, because these things do not happen every weekend. But any other time, you're going to be working more. You're going to be doing more. You're going to be working and building your business, right? And one of the things that you have to do is learn how to operate like that, because once again, you will be working more. You will be doing more. But here's the thing, that's not going to last forever. When I first started, I was doing YouTube, and back then YouTube was not as easy as it is now. And I was working 12 to 14 hours a day those first 6 months. I was doing YouTube. I was writing the book. Once again, I was writing the book for 3 to 4 hours every day, Monday through Friday. That was a staple, because I had to get that book written. And then I went out got the YouTube channel, got the blog, and I began promoting my book through the blog, the YouTube channel, and the blog and YouTube channel. That was essentially how I was selling stuff. Then I put the book on Amazon, and then funny thing happened. Really funny thing happened. What I thought was going to happen when I put the book on Amazon was that I would get more sales from my website, because I had the book on Amazon hardcover for $99. Then I had the book on my website for $59. I thought that I would get more sales. Didn't happen. Actually sold way more books on Amazon than I ever sold on my website, like way more. And the reason I priced it at $99 was when you sell something on Amazon, Amazon has something called fees. So even though the book was selling for $99 after the fees and stuff, I got like $59 after Amazon fees. So I sold a ton of books. And this was a business that was started in the middle of a recession when unemployment was 10%. So once again, the recession means that the economy takes a step back. It doesn't mean that the economy stops. That's the key. And with the economy still going on, people still got to go to the grocery store, people need gas, people still have to shop for clothes. There will be people who will be spending money during a recession, and this will help you. So once again, we'll be working on this in the mentorship program. Go below, get and hit this email link. And when I go ahead and begin to announce it, you can be on the list, so you will know what we're getting into and what we're going to do with this mentorship program. So that's all I got for you guys today. I will see you in the next video.